a man who goes by many names: the Heat Seeker, the Bone Collector, the Mercenary. All you need to know about Jake Taylor, he's been making a name for himself. Despite his fun, humorous interviews, this is a hard-hitting heavyweight. The first time I saw him was all the way back at DMW's very first heavyweight tournament.
Oh, wow, yes!
Yeah, going back a little bit. And he made a huge impression there in a match against Caveman Ugg. He then went over to train at the New Japan School over in New Zealand, over at Tamashi, and through that got many an opportunity to take on some of the heavy hitters over in New Zealand. And trust me, there's a lot of big boys over there.
There most certainly is, and he's going to need all that hard-hitting skill and training to take on the Jurassic Punk.
Absolutely. And of course, Jake Taylor finally got major successive goal around his waist when he won the Wrestle Rock title in a battle royale, a Dirty Dozen battle royale. But tonight, I don't think he's ever had a challenge like this. They've met once before in OzPro, and it ended in what was effectively a no contest, because both these men fought until we could not separate them anymore, and the only way to move on was to make it Anarchy rules. Both men want to fight. Both men want to tear each other apart. Both men want to kill and maim, and tonight that is what they're going to do. And here is the primordial and dangerous Jurassic Punk, Sid Park.
Now, Anarchy rules, no disqualifications.
Correct.
No countouts.
That's right.
Weapons.
Yes.
Anything goes. The only thing that has to happen, middle of the ring, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Of course, a submission as well.
Or a submission.
But I don't think either of these men are going to quit tonight.
That's why I simply dodged it. Neither of these men are going to back down. It is only going to go clear, definitive winner.
I have known Mr. Parker for well over 10 years. And the first time I met him, he pulled off the Chupacabra mask and scared the living daylights out of a young, innocent ring announcer in Lord Andy Coyne. But ever since then, I have seen him do more and more dangerous and deranged things, has won multiple championships. But look at that sinister smile. This is a man with no moral compass, only a primordial drive to fight and consume everything in front of him. He is the most dangerous predator in Australia today.
What a juxtaposition of the first meetings we've ever had. So myself, I first met Sid Parker at a Mayhem show where he was really lovely to my son and gave him a nice little trinket. So to see how far he has come in order to get to where he needs to be. So I thought I heard Jem talk for a second. No, the last thing I want to do is speak over Jem.
No, she will crush you.
Absolutely.
Can I just add, you know, the only reason Sid was nice to your son and gave him a hug was because he was rubbing his scent on him so he'd find him later.
Oh no.
Yes. Your son needs to shower more.
Well, I time that generally.
Anyway, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day. It's been a great show so far.
I thank everyone who has come to support Oz Pro Wrestling, and my gift to you is murder and mayhem.
Oh!
Well, the fans want it, and Sid Parker was willing to give him a nice kiss on the side cheek there.
Setting the scene, it's mind games. It's not even about physical violence. Except
for
Jake
Taylor, it's about physical
jumping
violence.
straight to it. No mind games, just hard-hitting forearms.
I would say, if you're Sid Parker, you don't want to get into a slugging fight with Jake Taylor. But saying that, I don't know what runs through the mind of Sid Parker. And he's got some tasty strikes of his own right there with the front drop kick, forcing Taylor into the corner post. Parker now follows through.
Wow. Way highest. Rocking the jaw of Jake Taylor. Not slowing him down, though. Makes his way to the far corner. Second boot to the side of the face.
Look, this is a mistake that Jake Taylor's made. He's allowed the match. I say allowed. I mean, the match has sped up, and that obviously benefits Sid Parker. And Parker very dangerous with his pile drivers, and Jake Taylor knows it. Thankfully for Jake Taylor, obviously had enough strength and energy to just power Sid right over the top of his head. And look at this. Now, the match slows down. It's Jake Taylor's match. And look at that! Huge strike right into the chest cavity, and Parker goes down.
Literally hitting him so hard, his legs fell out from underneath him, landing on his back. Jake Taylor still standing tall. Dino hands.
Look at him now, mocking the Jurassic Punk. Taylor now throws him over the top rope to the outside, and keep in mind, there you go, Jake Taylor is
to keep that in mind,
the greatest wrestler alive. There's a lot of people making that claim, but tell you one thing, Jake Taylor getting the win here tonight, he can certainly become the greatest wrestler in Rowville tonight.
As we should remind everyone on the... And this is Anarchy Rules. There is no countouts. All of this is perfectly legal, whether it be kendo sticks or what else is under the ring.
It is worth noting that this is Sid Parker's speciality match. The first Anarchy Rules match I saw was best part of about 8 years ago, where he almost maimed Lockie Hendricks.
No.
I was going to say, yeah, it was great to watch, I have to admit. Not a Lockie Hendricks fan. Anyway, but now, Sid Parker has changed. Anyway,
he's changed many times, but
gouging of the
Taylor
eyes.
hasn't changed. Digging at the eyes of Sid Parker.
And Sid Parker just falling down to the ground and blinded. And let's take this seriously for a minute. That's some great strategy there from Jake Taylor. And now a huge body slam off the ropes. And a running senton, dropping him down hard.
Walks it off with attitude as well.
Well, Jake Taylor's looking a bit pissed off. I'm not surprised. I'd be a little bit upset if a giant lizard hit me in the head with a kendo stick.
Or even that, it's like just as you mentioned last time, these two squared off here at Oz Pro, ending in that no contest. He was like, look, I don't want to do this again, but I guess I'll have to.
Oh no, he wanted this, trust me.
Oh, no, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do this. Proceeds to try to murder Sid Parker.
Jake Taylor now, he's got the thumb, and look at that! Just trying to make whatever holes he can in the skull of Sid Parker. And Sid Parker, who had his eyes gouged out earlier in the contest, just drops down hard. And hey, Anarchy Rules, anything goes. It's a pretty good strategy to blind your opponent. I don't really approve of it, but unfortunately, I'm not in there. And both these men have signed waivers saying they cannot sue me.
And by us saying it here again, reaffirms that contract, reaffirms that agreement.
Sid Parker now. Oh, there's the green mist!
Like a Dilophosaurus just blasting that venom into the face of Jake Taylor.
At the last show, we actually saw the green mist hit David, or DCT, one of our backstage professionals, and he had to get rushed to a local medical facility to get seen to. And it took weeks for his vision to come back to 100%. And so Jake Taylor, hey, turnabout's fair play. You want to blind Sid Parker? He's going to blind you.
Taylor kicked over the barrier to the outside.
Yeah. When Gemstone speaks, you listen. Get out of the way,
and
everyone.
Take their advice. If they see the wrestlers coming, move.
Sid Parker went airborne.
Flying like a pterosaur. Gets over the barrier. Now, for those that want to join us at future Oz Pro shows, this is what you can experience ringside. Look at that! Boom!
Air Parker.
Get yourself a nice front row seat. You too could watch murder directly in front of you.
All right, calm down. Murder. We're a family show. Bloody hell!
Oh, look, it's appropriate.
Anyway, both men now trying to. We're gonna.
It's fun.
Your annual review's coming up, Ryan.
Oh, crap.
Pull up. Anyway, Sid Parker now.
In that case, an incredible choice by Andy to have this match as your main event here at New Star Rising. Sid Parker making his way under the ring, grabbing what he can. No! A literal door from this venue. I remember walking around earlier, I'm like, feels like there should be a door here. As I try to go to the bathroom.
And it's not just any door, it's a staff-only door. patrons could be just walking in willy-nilly.
I did. That's how I knew I was in the wrong spot. And there's a no smoking sign. I went in there for a smoke. I don't even smoke.
Anyway, this is obviously just chaos in the venue right now.
I'm kind of just trying to distract myself from what could be some
pile
extreme danger
driver.
right now.
He's going for the driver. And like I said, he has actually nearly maimed some of his opponents over in Mayhem Pro. And Jake Taylor, whilst locking eye contact with you at home, just punched Jurassic Punk Sid Parker.
Well, the best he can
right
after
in
that.
the pleasure center.
Well, it's looking directly at you the best he can with that mist, likely blurring and damaging his vision.
Oh, there it is, Jake Taylor with the single leg drop kick just driving through his skull. Hooks the leg, the two, but the Jurassic Punk kicking out. And you can see how sore Jake Taylor's eyes are looking right now as he's desperately just trying to wipe what he can out of it. And Jake Taylor's got a lot to explain to his new fiancée. That stuff does not wash out quickly.
Hopefully she's a big fan of Wicked. Free face. You know.
No, I got it.
Because even as I said, I'm like, is that right?
Oh! Jake Taylor now.
Speaking of wicked behavior, stomping the groin of Sid Parker multiple times.
And there's no excuse that it was, oh yeah, it was in the midsection ref or in the lower spine. Nope. Anarchy rules. He can stomp on whatever he wants. Except for audience members.
Yeah. Just to clarify. Yeah. Once again, please come to the next show. Front row seat. It's amazing. Good time on that. Unless you're Sid Parker, currently cursing...
Cradling,
thank you.
You go cradling.
Yep, cradling is front area, trying to get some breath back, get some life back. Jake Taylor, though, kendo stick in hand, hoping to bring a second distinction.
I was going to say, look, Sid Parker's the one who brought the kendo stick into the ring, and Jake Taylor is making him regret it. Jake Taylor, again, right across the back. The time for fun and games, if there was any, is certainly over. He is making Sid Parker pay for every miss. Oh! Right in the arm as he was flipping in the bird.
Like in that soft tissue on your side. Wow.
And you can just see the face now of Sid Parker. He's just feeling it, and just Jake Taylor just casually teeing off. Like it was an unranked golf game.
He's had enough of that. Throws the kendo to the outside.
Again,
Eyes off that door.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to complain about us on social media, use the hashtag OzNewStar. Spread out the word that Oz Pro Wrestling is totally inappropriate entertainment because Jake Taylor is at... Oh my God! The Greco-Roman bite in the eyebrow! And now Sid Parker... Oh no! He's got him! He's got him dead to rights with that staff door, which is known to be the most dangerous of all doors. Sid Parker rotating onto the outside, and oh my goodness! Deep six slam right into the middle of the ring.
Where's me? I went to say a word and all came out was cough just as I was taken aback by that deep six.
Is that like sympathy, internal bleeding coming
Pretty
from you, Ryan?
much.
The fans, they've enjoyed a long night here in Rowville for Oz Pro Wrestling's new star rising, and they know it's going to end in a huge crescendo. But the question is, who is the man that is going to be victorious in our final contest of the night? And once again, it is worth iterating. Championship gold is coming to Oz Pro, and a huge win here will certainly get me very interested in putting them in future tournaments. Sid Parker desperately trying to find out a right hand, and Jake Taylor just holding on for dear life.
Big follow-up right hand precariously dangling over that staff door. That trash can was brought out earlier. Bonk to the noggin.
And even that wasn't enough. Jake Taylor is still standing, and oh God, I saw a flicker of an idea, and both men through the table. I think Jake Taylor got the worst of it, but Sid Parker looked like he landed on the back of his head. His eyes are open, but I don't think anyone's home right now.
Lights on, but nobody's home. Here it is again. Hard landing by Sid Taylor. Sorry, by Sid Parker taking out Jake Taylor. Whoa.
Well, I was going to
extent
say
at which these two men will go in.
the crash was so heavy they might have formed into a single being called Sid Taylor. Don't ever watch that horror film together, my God.
No, thank you. But as I said, there is no count out. These two men will be here until the ref makes a decision that neither of these men could continue, or until one.
There has to be a winner.
Has to be.
There has to be
so.
a winner. Even if they literally lose their limbs, they will continue until one man has finally vanquished the other.
Here it is again in lovely slow motion.
Oh my, as I said, Jake Taylor looked like he got the worst of it initially, but Sid Parker landing on the back of his head.
He had that initial brute force causing Taylor to lose his footing.
And look at it, Jake Taylor, and even the camera's looking a bit dizzy right now. Sid Parker crawling back in, and again, a being of instinct, just driving him to his ultimate goal. And there's me talking about no one's at home, but maybe the only thing left is the beast itself that resides in the soul of the Jurassic Punk.
Both these two. Oh, headbutt from both of them.
Like two mountain goats.
It's like two triceratops clashing, two pachycephalosauruses.
That's probably a better analogy.
Yeah.
Both men now.
And it's a bit dangerous when you got the bone collector up against the Jurassic Punk. Forearms.
And this is it. It's just boiled down into the most simple and sort of inherently human thing there is, and that is just a slugfest. One punch after another and another. Two men just fighting to the bitter end.
Sid Parker once again gnawing at the head of Taylor. Oh, dear God!
I was about to say that Sid Parker is willing to go the extra mile with that bite, but I think Jake Taylor...
A second one, like the meteor that took out the dinosaurs. Jake Taylor putting Sid Parker down.
A lot of weight going behind that, and as I mentioned, Jake Taylor is a premium, super heavyweight here in Australian wrestling, just clotheslining him as hard as possible. It looks like he clotheslined him so hard that some of Sid Parker's makeup actually transferred itself onto his chest, right underneath the armpit.
That is hitting a man with absolute full force. Oh, nope, that is.
Sid Parker with a clothesline of his own, and another! But Jake Taylor, the bigger heavyweight, just not going down. And now Sid Parker, he's winding up. He's following through, but oh!
Attempts to fold him in half, rolls through, super kick from Parker.
Wasn't, almost trying to escape the clothesline. And now, once again, gouging the eyes. Jake Taylor going back to what worked earlier in the contest.
Referee. Dude, it's Anarchy rules. There is no limit.
You can't blame the official for having a human soul. Look, he's probably the only being in that ring who has one right now.
But the concern is fair. It's like, look, there is a fine line between, with what we're doing here.
Go on, Sid. Let's go again. Let's go again.
Jake Taylor just mocking him. Oh, no! It's not the first time that ref's been green misted either. He knows the sweet sting of green mist. He's actually been misted by Tajiri and the Great Muta in the past. Anyway, Jake Taylor, tree slam! But unfortunately, the official might be dead right now. No, he's still alive. Okay, he's moving.
He's doing well. So unlike Jake Taylor, who was able to fight his way through his misting earlier, new ref cover.
1, 2, 3. Oh! Kick out there by Parker. And the question that is going to niggle in the back of your mind was those few extra seconds of the new official coming in. Is that what kept Sid Parker in the fight?
Well, if you may have noticed, Andy, Taylor hooked that leg before the ref even hit the ring.
Hang on a sec. We got a little bit of a side fight going on here between Jake Taylor and the official.
I was going to say, he had the hook before the ref even hit the ring. It was a 3 count if the ref was that little bit faster.
Oh, no! Oh, no! No! Sid! He's getting a late night snack! What? Right in the middle of the Oz Pro Wrestling ring! And the fans are in shock. And I think we've been silenced in the commentary booth as well.
And it takes a lot to get the voice out of us.
Oh, fireball! Sid Parker, he didn't come to play. He came to fight with fire. And the cutthroat gesture certainly can't be good for Jake Taylor. He's going for it. He's got him up this time. Oh, no. Pile driver. Dead in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, and Parker has survived Anarchy.
What a remarkable, what an incredible main event. Sid Parker be able to take down Jake Taylor.
The Jurassic Punk, Sid Parker and Jake Taylor both came to fight, but at the end of the day, Sid Parker was just a little more deranged, a little more sadistic, a little more prepared. He had the fireball handy and was willing to bite down hard on the competition, and he will become victorious. And unfortunately for Jake Taylor, there'll always be that niggling thought in the back of his mind. Did that second official just arrive too late?
And as you mentioned at the beginning of the match, with additional championships coming in the near future, Sid Parker has put himself in a prime position to one day be a champion here at Oz Pro. Let's watch that again.
Well, there's the tree slam. Jake Taylor potentially had it there, but unfortunately the official took too long. And after the fireball, there's the driver. Sid Parker using that to great effect. The cover, it was elementary. And Sid Parker is successful. And yes, you're right. Championships are coming over the horizon. And there will be updates in regards to that and how we're going to decide those champions. But tonight is not about championship. Tonight is about Anarchy. It's about new stars rising. Owen Stedman becoming our new rising star champion here in Oz Pro. And Sid Parker putting a cap on this night with pure mayhem.
And talk about putting a cap on it. This does bring us to the end of the show. If you haven't already, be sure to let us know your thoughts using the hashtag OzNewStar on your social media of choice. Andy, it has been a pleasure to sit alongside you once again. It has been a pleasure for everyone at home, I hope. Let's get out of here. Let's wrap this bad boy up.
Thank you, and good night.